Well, hello there. You look like a pretty cool individual, but you know what would make you a lot cooler? A pair of Vortex binos. You want a pair? I'll make it easy for you. We'll do a giveaway. If you like, comment, and subscribe on this video and all of our other videos, we're gonna give a pair away. So all you gotta do is be subscribed, like and comment on the videos, and you're entered to win. We'll be giving away a pair of Vortex binoculars soon, and hopefully you're the winner. Good luck, guys. What's up, guys? Before we get into the best state to hunt, to kill big bucks, before we get into that, a couple housekeeping things. We're booking clients right now. Whitetaillandmanagementservices.com. Go to the contact tab, send me a message. If you want to improve your property, if you want to learn more about food plotting, if you want to make money on your property, if you want to learn about timber stand improvement, if you want to kill more big bucks, all these things, let's get a date on the calendar before we book up. We will book up, so make sure you do that. Number two, you guys need some promo codes. I'm gonna give you some promo codes. Everybody likes some gear. It's that time of the year we're all buying stuff. So if you want some deals on optics, go to Euro, like European, eurooptic.com. Use the code WLMSVTX10 at eurooptic.com. That's going to get you money off of Vortex Optics. If you want some cool apparel, Vortex just dropped some cool apparel lines as well. Go to their website, vortexoptics.com. Use code WLM20 for 20% off. That's a good deal. So with that being said, we're going to talk about the best state to hunt for big bucks. Some of you guys have watched my past videos, and you see some of these videos where I'm calling out the worst states, and it's in my opinion, but I do have some good factual evidence to back it up. But today we're going to go over the best state, and the best state is Wisconsin. I'm kidding, guys. I know a lot of you guys are ready to just grab me by the neck. Now, Wisconsin's one that we've talked about in some other videos for some not so great reasons. That's not the state. The state that I'm talking about is great for a lot of different reasons, okay? There's low hunter numbers. One of the things that Wisconsin, being one of the worst states I consider, and there's other ones, don't get me wrong, it's not the only one. And if you think your state's bad, drop something in the comments. Or if you think your state's great or the best, drop it in the comments. We'll talk about it, and we'll at least, it doesn't hurt to hear what everybody's seeing out there. But anyway, so get back into why this place is such a great place. The hunting numbers are low. The deer density is high, and the quality is super high because of the way that things are structured in this state. So this state doesn't have a rifle season. You have to use muzzle loaders or shotguns for their gun season. This state makes it really, really hard for non-residents to hunt. You need to want to hunt this state for years and years and years to even get the tag. And don't get me wrong, there's a second place one that I'm also going to talk about that is starting to head that way, and I hate to even promote it even more than it already is promoted, because it's going to turn into this number one state. And it's going to get really hard to hunt too in the future, I think. So what is it? The best state to hunt for big mature bucks is the great state, land of the giants. It's Iowa. The nice thing about Iowa, guys, obviously there's all these other things. If you're a resident, keeps the non-residents out. Hell, if you want to hunt a certain portion of the state, you might have to wait 5 years to draw that tag. And the price of it very well might keep these non-residents out. Hell, you're going to spend $500 just on the tag, 60 points on a preference point a year. You might as well go elk hunting at that point, because you're going to be about $1,000 in some of these places throughout, depending on the zone of Iowa. But, at the end of the day, if you want to kill monster bucks, Iowa's the place to go. I have clients right now, literally yesterday, this past couple of days, sending me pictures of 200-inch deer like it's no big deal. Numerous 200-inch deer. That only happens in very few select places in the country. And Iowa is definitely one of them. So like I said, they're keeping these non-residents out. 2, they don't have a rifle season. 3, that gun season that they do have is not during peak rut. Okay, there's a lot of different things that are going into what makes this place so special. Those are some of the main ones. I think about states like Kentucky. I think about Missouri. Think about some of these states that have a gun season. Even Wisconsin's in the mid-November timeframe. Man, those bucks are rutting. Those bucks are rutting and running. They're covering a lot of ground. Those states can't be great if tons of those bucks get killed every gun season. They just can't be. So, like I said, Iowa being a state that has that late gun season, that's a huge deal. There's not a super high number of hunters, which means that not everybody owns 40 acres. Maybe they own 300, 400, 200, 120. So that's less competition for you guys. So at the end of the day, Iowa's number 1. That number 2 state, I know we're not talking about the number 2 state today, but I'm going to get into it, and it's gonna start, you know, getting more, and it's already a great state, and people already know the name of it, but it's going to start getting more and more attention as people shy away from Iowa, because the downside is, you know, is Iowa really worth, you know, waiting 5 years to hunt and $1,000? That's for you to decide. I can tell you the biggest bucks in the country, for the most part, are going to be mostly going to be taken in Iowa in the coming years. And yes, I know some of you are going to tell me about Buffalo County and the Pope and Young and Boone and Crockett numbers. Well, I mean, it's just, as a whole, the state is not as, Wisconsin is not as good as Iowa. But anyway, this number 2 state, Kansas. Kansas is going to get harder and harder to hunt. Kansas used to be a state where you could draw that tag every year. It is a draw, but you used to be able to pretty much get that tag every year. It's not the case anymore, okay? So now some guys are not getting in that first year. It's slowly going to become multiple years. The perk is that it's farther away from Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin, these states with a lot of hunters that travel. People would rather just go to Iowa. It's close by. And so, you know, it's a little bit farther away, which will keep it good, but eventually that state's going to get bad too when it comes to how long it takes for you to hunt it. It's also not cheap. And so those are the things that we're seeing in these great states, is the tags are expensive. It keeps a lot of guys out. And that's why, you know, these places have big bucks. So amongst other things, you know, there's some downsides to Kansas. That early muzzleloader season, a lot of guys hate. But with that being said, I mean, it's still a great state. And there's other ones. Don't get me wrong. Don't be mad if your state, your number 1 state, wasn't number 1 on my list. There's a lot of great states out there, guys. There's a lot of places you can kill big bucks. But Iowa, let's face it, it's the land of the giants for a reason. Iowa is number 1. So if you like these videos, if you like free stuff, make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe to our channel. If you do that, you're entered in giveaways. We're always giving away stuff. If you like free stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So thanks again. See you next video, guys.